Hello and welcome. Oh my gosh, it's already March 1st and I am so sorry. I was sick the entire month of February. It was horrible. I slept most of the time. I had that upper respiratory thing. I don't know if they call it influenza A1 or something. I don't know. But I didn't get my flu shot this year. And I think my 5th COVID shot, I didn't get that either. And I'm not like super into this medical politics or anything like that, but I learned my lesson about not getting a flu shot because it really hit me hard. And I turned 67 last month and I really felt every single year of it, let me tell you. So I slept most of the time, I didn't really do a whole lot, and I wanted to upload this video for a couple of weeks now, and I just was not feeling strong enough. And I was coughing and coughing and coughing, and nobody wants to see that for sure. Anyway, if you're new, my name's Kathy A. I've been on YouTube since 2013. My channel was hacked last May, and so I had to create a second channel, and that's what this is. So these are my faves and flops of the month. I do this every single month. I like to tell you what I've tried out and whether I like it or not. I am not monetized and I am not sponsored. I used to get a lot of PR from companies to demonstrate. I used to get commissions from Google and YouTube. I don't get any of that anymore. Brand new channel. Who does thunk? Anyway, it really brought me back to why I started my channel in the first place, and it was to share my ideas about how I tried products and if I liked them or not, if they worked for me. A little bit of reference here for you. I'm 67. Those numbers are so strange to say because I always thought of that like the end of the world would be 67. Anyway, I'm 67. I have kind of dry skin with some damage over here from acne. I have a scar that looks like, everybody thinks that I put my eyeliner too low, but it's actually a shelf from a scar. Dry skin to normal. I do exfoliate and I use moisturizer and things like that, so I am well conditioned. And so foundations that work the best for me are things that have a little bit of a glow to them, or satin finish, or something that has a little bit more, you know, oomph to it. And I do want to go over, because I want to save you the trouble and the money from wasting it, and I will start off with this brand. It's called Versed. Versed is a brand that, they're basically a skincare brand. You can find them in Target. And, you know, they've got a lot of really good, like, skincare kind of stuff. Well, they just recently added makeup to their line. And I only tried 2 products from them. And I can tell you, this foundation, let me just see what it's called. This is the Multi-Serum Skin Tint. It looked like it had potential to be a really pretty foundation on my skin, but what happened is they only had a few shades in the excuse me, in the light lady category. They had shade 3, shade 4, and the differences were one had a golden undertone, one had a neutral undertone, but you didn't have all the undertones in each number. So if you went darker, you would get a golden or a warm undertone. If you went lighter, you'd get that neutral or pink undertone. And I didn't like the shade selection at all. When I put this on my face, it almost immediately grabbed onto every little dry patch I've ever had, and it created some, I think. It showed texture, it showed my pores, it showed lines. It just looked awful. It dried down really, really fast, and what a waste of money this was. Versed, the skin tint, save your money, don't buy it. But I really liked this one. This is their mascara, and the mascara went on really well. I've got it on today, but I also have some false lashes on, not like Michaela. It says it's just this and it's great. I'll talk about that later. This is the Versed mascara. It's actually really good, but it is 15 bucks. So it's on the expensive end for a drugstore kind of mascara. And it really went on nicely. It comes off nicely as well, you know, when you're ready. It did not leave dings or any flakes under the eye. So this mascara just is beautiful. It's got a nice wand. It goes on really, really easily. 2 to 3 coats gives you really nice big honking lashes. It lasts all day. It didn't leave any dings or flakes underneath my eyes. What a wonderful mascara this was. So I was very pleased with the Versed mascara. They didn't have anything left in their department for like lipsticks or blushes or anything, so I couldn't try those out. I would say in the lines, it's more in line with L'Oreal pricing. The pricing is a little bit high. Everything seemed to be over $10 to $20 on this, and so I just thought I'd give you a warning on that. But the mascara is quite nice, and it lasts all day. I think it's a really good, a good choice. Now down in Australia, they have to pay a lot of extra money, mostly for shipping, from companies that are in Europe and in the America and Canada area. Because it costs so much to ship to Australia. That's usually tagged into the pricing. And so, like, expensive makeup products, if they even are sent to Australia, are tremendously expensive. And the average hardworking person in Australia can't afford, like, say, Charlotte Tilbury or Dior or one of the other, you know, big time kind of more luxury priced makeups. So a company was formed in, I think, 2018, 2019, and it's called Mco. It's just the M and then a little CO Beauty. They're based out of Australia. What they decided to do was make affordable copies of really expensive makeup. Now, this subject is polarizing for many people because of the ethics of copying brands. In particular, this one is the M Company Beauty. This is their version of Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless filter. Now, the packaging is almost identical. They have a circle here instead of the copyrighted diamond shape that she has, and they have, you know, basically the packaging is spot on. But I found using it, I have it under my makeup today, I have to say it works just as well as the Hollywood Flawless filter, and I think it's much better than its drugstore counterparts, the L'Oreal Lumi Glow and the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's much better than those two. Now, it costs maybe slightly more than the e.l.f., but I think this is a tremendous product. I thought they did a really good job with it. It's wonderful. It's, I think I got the shade, I might have gotten shade 3. But this is something you put down underneath your makeup, and it gives you a beautiful, like a glow from within kind of look under your makeup. And especially as we age, we tend to pale out and dull. We get dull and paled out as we get older, and this is a perfect item for somebody who's in their 60s and over. I found that my skin and my face and everything have changed so much, even in the last 5 years. Since I turned 60, things have really changed on my face, and I still do the smoke and mirrors makeup thing. Some people think I wear way too much makeup. I don't care. I wear the makeup I feel comfortable projecting myself as. To me, it's art, and I'm an artist, and every day I create a work of art and walk out there and project. I don't want to go further into that. I'll just say that ethically, I think copying another brand is a little on the iffy point, but they're copying brands that overprice their products extremely. And in Australia, it's not only extremely overpriced, you've got that extra added shipping tax basically added onto the cost. So I don't blame them, and I'm kind of on their side. I think it's pretty cool. And the Pat McGraths and Charlotte Tilburys of the world that are overcharging for their stuff just for the name, they should know that it doesn't cost them much to make these products, and they're way overcharging. Now the formulations are pretty close. I think that in most cases they project the same, and not only with this one, but with a couple of the other products I've just tried from them. So, I mean, it's up to you how you feel about it, but e.l.f. has been doing it for the past few years, and for some reason we don't seem to mind here in America that e.l.f. has been duping Charlotte Tilbury. In fact, the same product, e.l.f. has done it. And this is like e.l.f.'s #1 selling product, and it's a copycat of Charlotte Tilbury. So how can we justify saying this is okay and then rip apart M company? So I think that, you know, if we're doing this to be affordable in this time and age when prices are just through the roof and we can't afford to enjoy the luxury of pretty makeup, I'm justifying this. So I think the Mco did a really good job with especially duping their Charlotte Tilbury stuff. They didn't have any of the powders in my shade left, but I went to 4 different Targets, and they were just setting them up, so they're brand new in Target. So go check your Target, and if you have a couple of them, check the other ones, because some of them have products the other ones don't have yet. And people don't know about the brand that much yet, so I don't think that they're selling out. I think they just haven't set out the stuff yet. Maybe they're not getting the shipments or whatever, but check this brand out, because they are along the L'Oreal pricing line too. I think they're a little bit, they're in between drugstore and Sephora pricing. So you do pay some money, and I think that is for the ingredient deck that are in these products. So yeah, Mco. This is a blush, and there were no samples set out, so you couldn't see, and I had to keep the paper because I'm returning this. But if you saw a blush that looked like this, so this is a blush called Lulu, and this is made in China, by the way, even though Australia may have designed it. The color is extremely deep, but you can sheer it out, and let me just show you here and sheer it out. But it is a little bit on the deep side, but you wouldn't know that by looking at the packaging how deep it is. So if you think, so I didn't like that, was that you really couldn't tell what shade you were getting on any of these, the lip or the cheek products. So that was a little bit weird, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And, you know, should I even mention the products they're duping? Because it doesn't matter. To me, what matters is how it looks on my skin and what color it is. I don't care that it's a dupe of a particular, you know, Rare Beauty or Tower 28 or Dior or Clinique or whatever. I don't care who they're duping. If it doesn't look good on my skin, I don't care who they're duping. This looks nice. I think the color's a little off, but I think that this is a beautiful formulation. It feels good on the skin. So this is their cream blush. Now lipsticks. Can you guess which one is Charlotte Tilbury's? One of these is Charlotte Tilbury and one of these is Mco. So, even on the top, I don't know if you can see the... This is Mco. I left the tape on it so we could see it. This is Sexy Sienna from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is Cheeky Chat. Now this is what they're calling the Pillow Talk dupe. And I don't have Pillow Talk with me because I'm not a big fan of that particular shade. But this is the Mco Pillow Talk. And I'm just going to put the Sexy Sienna next to it because it's the same formulation. These two feel exactly the same on the lips. Exactly the same. And I do have Pillow Talk Fair in a sample size. This is the Pillow Talk Fair, and I'm telling you, they do very much feel exactly the same. The formulations feel exactly the same. Slight vanilla cupcake scent to them. I mean, everything that Charlotte Tilbury lipstick is in the Mco. So again, this is the Mco. This is their Pillow Talk dupe. And let me put it on. This is the Pillow Talk dupe from Mco. I'm not using a lip liner. This is definitely Pillow Talk, and it's the Mco dupe for Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. For like, you know, half price or less, you can get the exact formulation in a tube that will look exactly like Charlotte's. It's kind of uncanny, really. Charlotte doesn't have a copyright on this design for this. That's why they could do it. And on the top, they have Mco instead of as the CT that she usually has for her monogram. Isn't that amazing? So I think the lipstick and the Hollywood Flawless Filter are my two favorites. I think they really did a good job with these, and if they come up with more lipsticks, I will get them. I'm gonna have to be that customer that opens it up and looks at it, because I don't like to get the wrong color just because the color of the product looks like it's a pale pink or a pale orange, and then I open it up and it's neon, you know. So I'm gonna have to start doing that, I guess. I have two more products. This one is like the Boom Boom. Those people with the numbers for the scents and all that. This is their lip balm. Salted caramel and pistachio coconut lip balm. So it is like the 62 if you're an aficionado of the Boom Boom people. This is the 62, their lip balm, which is a coconut, lightly tinted. And maybe I should take this off so you can see the tint. It's very pleasant on. I think they did a really good job with it. I'm not a huge Boom Boom fan. It's just a lightly tinted, very pleasant. Not really heavily scented, you know, it doesn't have a coconut scent to it. This is a pistachio coconut caramel, and there is a little bit of that in there. I think it's a really pleasant lip balm. It's your lips only wicked better, and it makes your lips feel so hydrated for the day. So they swung it out of the park with this one too. So this Mco company, when you go into Target, I mean, depending on your moral compass about the duping thing, I really like the products. I haven't really had a problem until this. This is big. This is their mascara, supposedly award-winning tubing mascara. It is a dupe of the Kevyn Aucoin mascara, which I don't think I ever tried the Kevyn Aucoin mascara. Does that even exist anymore? I don't know. I never see it in stores or anything, so out of sight, out of mind with me. I don't go to websites to visit, especially the expensive brands. I love him. Rest in peace, Kevin. But I don't buy Kevyn Aucoin stuff unless I happen to see it in a TJ Maxx. So this is the M Company Beauty tubing mascara, award-winning supposedly. I got the it says it's a bestseller too, right? Yeah. This is the black brown shade, and I'm telling you, I could not. It was almost like the Emperor's New Clothes. I could hardly get anything out of it. It's very soft. It doesn't feel like a tubing mascara. I don't know if it is. Is it a tubing? It's supposed to be a tubing mascara. It doesn't do anything. It was such a disappointment. Did I get an old one? Was this manufactured somewhere else? I don't know, but this is like the worst mascara I've ever used. But when I have a mascara like this, and it is a black brown, I actually put it in my brows today to use it up. That's what I'm doing, put it in my brows. And you can kind of spike up your brows a little bit with it. I just am so disappointed. I thought this was going to be the star player in their line, and it's absolutely horrible. The Mco Beauty tubing mascara, absolutely horrible. Oh my God, I'd be embarrassed if I was them. I don't know what the Kevyn Aucoin mascara is like though, so I can't say it's just like that or not. This is the worst mascara I think I have ever used. Except maybe some of those Essence ones. Absolutely horrible. Horrible. So this is going back. I am taking this back. What a disappointment this was. My goodness. Alright. So I still think they've changed the formulation on this because I'm not having any luck with it. Milani, this is their eye primer, and the packaging used to be silver. It's purple now. The product is still clear. It doesn't cover anything or do anything. Yeah, not thinking that it's working all that well. I'm still seeing cracks and a little bit of cracks and things. I'm not sure. My eyeshadow does stay on all day, so I don't know if it's really working well or not. I know Emily Noel loves this stuff. She didn't mention if the formulation changed or not, but I think it has, because it's completely different on my eyes than it used to be. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe it's me, because I changed in the last 20 years since I started using this stuff. But it's not working so well for me now. I do try the e.l.f. one. I do use the e.l.f. one, and this one works nicely. It doesn't cover anything either, even though it looks like it has a tint to it. It really doesn't tint anything. I just use a little bit. I don't use a lot, so it's not a user error thing. I've tried it so many different ways. I've tried applying it with a brush, letting it dry, keeping my eyes closed while I let it dry. I've put powder on it. I've done one side with powder on it, one without powder, so that my eyeshadow was the powder. So I don't know. The e.l.f. one isn't bad. I keep trying this because I keep thinking it's going to work for me. Like some magic, what is it? The definition of insane. You just keep trying it over and over until you think you're going to get a different result, and that's what this is. This is the Fix Sticks. Yeah, Fix Sticks from NYX, and I'll just put it over here. I got this pink one because I thought it would be a nice under eye brightening product, but it's too thick. Way too thick, and it cracks. It cracks like a lot of things crack under here. They start off looking good and then they crack. Within an hour they're cracked. When I go out to my car and get in the mirror and look in the dreaded daylight car mirror, then I see the horror. And then when I put my glasses on, it's even worse. So just, I have to be very careful about what goes on under here. And I don't have a lot of really dark circles. I'm very fortunate there, but I do have wrinkles and skin damage. So this did not work for me. And I tried the green one, I've tried the pink one, and I tried one that was close to like what I would call a concealer type of color. And none of them have been working for me. And I think it's an aged skin thing, dry skin, wrinkles, texture. This is really made, I think, for people with more of a normal skin type or an oily skin type or more youthful, non-textured skin. This contraption, I had to add an elastic band on the top and an elastic band on the bottom in order to be able to pull it apart. It is so hard to pull it apart, and it would discourage you from using it. And then I have to snap it down onto the table to put it back together. This is the Neutrogena Glow Wand, but it's basically a concealer kind of product. I use this, I love it. So I put the elastic band on the bottom part and put it here, and it pulls apart easily. You click a product from the bottom, and it's just a delightful concealer type product. Really, really wonderful. It's very, very forgiving on aging skin and wrinkles. I mean, literally you can it's very, very hydrating, so you don't have to worry about it looking dry or cracked. It really brightens the eye really well. I have seen another creator that likes this too. I think it was Risa talked about this. She loves it. And I was thinking, you know, it's been years since I tried this. And, you know, you can easily get, whoops, I put a little bit too much on there. Ooh, little goes a long way. Oops, this. But, you know, you can forget, after trying so many products, you can forget how good a product was. And I remember I liked this. There was nothing wrong with it. But, you know, the new kid on the block came out, and being a YouTube creator, that I felt like I had to go out and buy everything new, show you the product, and then I wind up with the product, and it would go bad over time because I had all these other products I was using up at the same time. So that is the curse of the YouTuber. This is a delightful product for anybody over 60. It brightens your eyes. It doesn't look cracked or flaky or anything. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't think they have a huge shade range. I think that was the problem. Neutrogena is kind of a white girl friendly product line. They do have some things for deeper skin tones, but I'm not sure how far these went as far as deepness goes. But these are more glow pens, so you get less concealery, dry look, and you get more of a doughy glass finish to your eyes. And I think it's really beautiful product. But get the elastic bands or put something around like a gripper so you can pull these things apart, because they're very, very tough. I really like this a lot from Neutrogena. The Glow Wand. Concealer, I was very disappointed in this. This is the Super Stay. This is the new one they came out with. The Super Stay Concealer. It dried. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let me just put a couple of dots here. Yeah, this is the one that hunted out and seeked out my pores. It found them. Hello? Yeah. So this is the Maybelline. This came out when they brought out these, the new foundation, which I also don't like, actually. Might as well do them both at once. Dry, cracked, bad for texture. Dry, cracked, bad for texture, and pores. Your pores come out with this. It just looks awful. It's too makeup-y looking. Now I've tried putting it on with a damp sponge very lightly. It just sits on the skin weird and it dries out. It doesn't look good. I mean, if you have oily skin, generally you probably will like this. I don't. I have normal to dry skin. And I do wear moisturizer and a little bit of sunscreen, things like that underneath. It doesn't mess with those, however, it doesn't look good. It's just dry and patchy. And this is awful under the eyes. So I don't recommend either of these products. And they came out together at the same time, and I couldn't wait to try them. I'm like, oh yes. By contrast, I like this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, the dewy one. This is wonderful. Now it doesn't have a pump at all, but I think this particular makeup is so nice on. I tend to mix it with a little bit of my glowing stuff, or I mix it with some of the e.l.f. That's a little light for me. And it looks beautiful on. It lasts all day. I think this is a wonderful foundation for over 60s. So the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me, the dewy version. And it's not particularly glowy dewy, it's just not flat matte and dry looking. So I think it's a great foundation, and the price point is very, very doable. I think if you buy it like in Walmart or somewhere like that, or Amazon, you can get good pricing on it. I would trust Walmart in the store more so than ordering from Amazon, because Amazon gets a lot of third-party people who have a lot of like old products or copycat products. You don't always get what you think you're getting on Amazon, and I'm kind of turning on Amazon lately because I've had some bad experiences. Yeah, Maybelline Fit Me, good price point. My shade here is 120. It's bordering on a little dark, but we're going into spring and then summer quickly. We have a very short spring and a very long summer here in Connecticut, so I think I'm going to be closer to this color pretty soon, so I'm not concerned. I probably would go to the 118 if they have it, but this is a nice neutral kind of shade in the Maybelline. I keep forgetting to smile. You know, I know that I have that resting bitch face, they call it. It's like if you're not smiling, you look like you're frowning. And I'm one of those people that looks like I'm mad or deep in thought when I'm not. I'm just, you know, but I'm not smiling, you know, so I have to remember to try to smile more. Okay, I'm still using my e.l.f. Soft Glam. I think it's a wonderful, inexpensive foundation. If you don't want to invest too much, like if you're going to an event or something and you want to wear some makeup but you don't want to invest, this is a great choice. I have two shades here. I'll show you the difference in them. One is shade 25 and one is shade 20. I don't think there's anything in between. I think these go from 20 to 25, which is really sad. I think they need a few more shades in that range, but again, you know, just let it set for a second. You can see 20 and 25. Look at the difference in these two. And they're the shades next to each other on the rack. So there's nothing in between these two. So I'll mix them together and I get that shade in between them, and they're $8 each. So for 16 bucks I get a really nice, and a lot of it, foundation. I look at it that way. So, but look at the difference between 20 and 25. What are they calling these now? 25 is light neutral and 20 is light cool. So yeah, the shades are a little bit weird. You got to play around a little bit to find them. But again, when I mix the two of these, perfect shade, perfect. So I love that e.l.f. Soft Glam. I totally recommend it. I do not recommend the powder. Oh my gosh, the Halo Glow. Is that what it is? Halo Glow powder. What is this? Was awful. Halo Glow powder filter, pressed powder. This is awful. I can't believe I spent so much money on it either. I'm not sure exactly what it was supposed to do, but you know, comparing it with the Flower Light Illusion, these two products are so far apart in quality. This is such a wonderful powder, this flower one, and this is so awful. It's just, it accentuates texture. It's patchy. It's not particularly finely milled. I was really surprised. What shade did I get here? But it was like 16 bucks or something. Light neutral. Light neutral. Well, I didn't think it did very much for me, and it was very disappointing. It's nice. They have a little puff that comes with it, and they have a mirror. That's nice. I guess that's what I paid the extra money for. But it's patchy and it grips onto texture. And you don't want that. When you're over 60, you don't need that. So this was terrible. But on the other hand, the Flower Beauty one, which also has, I believe they have a mirror too. Yeah, they have a mirror, and they had a puff too, which I've lost. This is so much nicer. It's you can use it under your eyes. You can use it to set everything. It's beautiful. And in this one I have, what's going on with Flower Beauty anyway? I keep seeing full racks of new Flower Beauty stuff in some stores, and in other stores it looks like the dregs, like nothing's going on. This is the L1 Porcelain is the shade, which, you know, it works nicely under my eyes really well. So I don't know. They supposedly were rebranding. They said look for us soon. haven't seen anything. They don't have a lot of good marketing for this brand, but this Light Illusion powder is excellent, really excellent. And I got this fairly recently, I would say maybe 2 months ago. 2 months ago, yeah. And it was on a display with a lot of them, so they're new. It's not something they pulled it out of the warehouse somewhere. TJ Maxx, I happen to notice this from Root Cosmetics, is in TJ Maxx a lot. And they've got some high quality stuff. They've got some of my favorite product of all time, I think, which is the New York face palette. It's eye and face palette. You get your face stuff there, and you get eyeshadows. Really wonderful. I've traveled with this. This is my 4th or 5th one. I use this all the time. But anyway, that's from Rude Cosmetics. I noticed they had the Popcorn Party blushes in, and I don't know why they call them Popcorn Party, aside from the decorative plastic on the outside. But it's a tonal. See how the tones change? So you can blend, depending on, you know, the look you want. You can blend out. You can go further on the apricot side if you want it more warm, or you can go further on the pinky side, you know, if you want more coral. This shade, oh, it's a collab with Chupa Chaps. Isn't that the lollipops? No? Yeah, that's those lollipops. Okay, well, this is one of the Chupa Chups Popcorn Party. And I found it at TJ Maxx. I think it was like $3.99 or something, which is a good deal because I think these are usually around $10. So it's a great deal. Cute idea with the blush. I still use powder blush. I don't know, that's pretty old-fashioned of me, huh? Wet n Wild, this was the serum foundation, the niacinamide. I didn't like this at all. This dried down too. I don't know. I'm just having a bad month with foundations, I think. And I have many that I love that, you know, yeah, I have so many that I love that, you know, I'm not gonna, even though this was cheap, it's not that great. It's not a dupe for Maybelline's 24 Hour. It's not a dupe for the L'Oreal. It is too drying and really patchy looking on the skin. So the Wet n Wild, no good. I am still using my Milani cream blush and their powder as well. I do a cream bronzer. Yeah, I've hit pan on it. That doesn't happen a lot with me. But I basically just kind of do a little bit here and a little bit here and underneath here for the St. Bernard gels. And you can kind of put it on the back of the neck, kind of slim down that area a little bit. Yeah, this is nice. This is the shade 110. And then this one is the powder one in number 1. Number 2 is the most popular in this Milani powder bronzer, but I use number 1 because it's really just to offset during winter time my pale fish belly white skin. So I like these two together. I think they work nicely, and it's basically this sets the cream nicely. But I've been using that and really enjoying it. When I was at the Wet n Wild display, I noticed they have eye crayons, and I'd never tried them before, and I thought, oh, this is terrific. This one reminds me a lot of the one from About Face. Yeah, there's a gold one, there's a blue one. These set down really nicely. There's a purple one. You know, I like the About Face. I think this is the Ambrosia shade. Who did I see recently using this? I've had mine for months, and I've always lined under my eyes with it. I think it makes a wonderful under eye liner. But somebody was actually putting it in their waterline, which I won't do anything in the waterline anymore. After I saw a video on YouTube by optometrists talking about the dangers of putting crap in your waterline and how many oil glands and important things are just underneath that waterline, and when it gets clogged it can cause all kinds of styes and infections and everything else, and it stops the natural moisturization of your eyeballs. So I don't put anything on my waterline anymore, and I think another creator said they put it on their waterline, and I thought, I love this underneath because it's a slight shimmer to it, this particular one from About Face, but this is very expensive, and I think this one, the ones from, this one especially, from Wet n Wild, is pretty close. It's pretty close, and these I think are under $4 or $5. So they're really good. I love these pencils, and I use them sparingly around the edge of the eyes or just underneath, halfway in or something. But they work really nicely. And I don't have the green one. I don't know why I didn't get the green one. For eyeshadow palettes, there were a few. This I found, it was the last one, and nobody had stuck their gnarly finger in it yet, so I thought I was very lucky. This is the Twilight. This is the eyeshadow palette with ColourPop. Twilight is, this is beautiful. And it's got some colors in here that are so amazing. Again, I was talking about that highlighting thing. These two in particular, look at that. And there's another one too. I was really surprised that it was so pretty. Yeah. They have some stunning cool tone shimmery colors in this that are worth getting the palette for. You also can matte out your crease with this, and you've got some light colors, but the shimmer is severe, so be careful with that. They've got really like a light and a dark green, and then they've got this beautiful shimmer green, which is a holographic almost, because it goes from blue to green. It's not just green. And then you've got a lighter shade too, a couple of lighter greens. I'm not really big on putting glitter on my eyes anymore, again, because of that same optometrist video talking about one girl almost lost her vision because flecks of the glitter got behind her eyeball, and they had to do a lot of flushing, and it was painful to fix it. Anyway, great palette. So if you see it, and I think there's two different ones. There's this kind of cool tone, darker one, and then I think it's New Moon, which is, I think it's got more browns and tans in it. But I like this one a lot. This is really spectacular. So if you are ever in TJ Maxx in the skincare aisle where they have the perfumes and the skincare and soaps and stuff, you will see these boxes. These are called All About Snail Kits. There's two different variants. One variant has a toner in it, and this variant has what I feel is a really good assortment of mixed skincare products. Now, snail mucin is the main ingredient of these products, and before you raise your eyes and go, they're happy. They have the snails in a semi-dark room, which is perfect for them. They love the lighting. And they have a special fabric that they roll over an uneven surface. And the snails are all kind of crawling all day and all night on these surfaces. They're quite happy because they cannot release the mucin unless they are happy and not stressed. If they are stressed, they won't release the mucin. So they're content, and they keep them there doing that. And they're just like a playground. Anyway, this comes with an eye cream, a cleanser, an all-purpose cream, and an essence. And I tell you, this essence, once I got the essence, the basic process is you cleanse your face, you pat it dry, you put the essence on, and then you put the eye cream on and the all-purpose cream. And the essence helps those things absorb into your skin. It's a really good, all-inclusive, moisturizing, hydrating process. There's a lot of skincare ingredients in here that are so beneficial. This little kit was $16.99. I went off after I tried this kit. I'm so impressed with this essence because it works with other products as well. It's basically a post-cleansing kind of it helps the other products that follow it absorb into your skin better. So the essence goes after your cleanser, and then whatever serums, and then whatever moisturizer seals it in. So this has all snail mucin products. They do have a cleanser. It's really nice. I've basically used up the cleanser, and the all-purpose cream comes in kind of a jar. So the eye cream, I can't tell if it's doing anything or not, but my eyes look great. Again, I'm 67 and my eyes don't look tired and wrinkly and dry. They seem to be quite hydrated looking. I mean, I can't perform miracles. I don't have any kind of surgical stuff. I don't get Botox. I don't believe in Botox. That's created from the intestines of a cow, and it's botulism. And they have it so that it paralyzes the muscles so that you don't have the wrinkles. And if you think that through, just think that through. Okay, anyway, this is the COSRX, the kit. I would highly recommend this because once you try this, you're going to want to spend. I think the essence was $16 for a big bottle, and this little bottle has lasted me a good 6 months, and I'm only halfway through it. But I'm so impressed with it. There's two types of essence. I don't know what the difference is. I'm going to try the other one. This is the Power Essence, and the other one I think is called Radiance Essence. The other kit has a toner instead of one of these products. It has the essence, it has a cleanser, but I think it has a toner instead of the cream. I'm not sure. But I would totally recommend trying this out. And again, it's not cruelty to animals. You know how I am. I'm a soapbox on this with makeup products. And I don't really want to think too hard about what snail mucin is. Flashback to 1975 in the backseat of Brian's car. I don't want to think about it. I talk about this every year. This is from Sonia Roselli. She's a makeup artist. She has a product line that includes Japanese skincare, Korean skincare. This is called the Sex Appeal Exfoliant, and it's basically a spray. I was getting low. I'm down to this, so I ordered another one. And with my own money. They don't give me any kind of commission or anything. A long time ago, when I ordered, I said, hey, I'm a YouTuber. Can I get a deal? And they sent one to me free, maybe about 8 or 9 years ago. I've been using it ever since, and I've been buying it with my own money ever since. Now, this is my most expensive skincare item. I believe it's $59, and I think you can get a coupon with them. If you Google it, you can get a coupon with them. I don't have any codes with anybody anymore. I am not monetized. There is no incentive for me to sell you anything. I am not one of those YouTubers, okay? I'm not making my living on here. I'm just enjoying myself, making a video and showing you stuff that I like and stuff I don't like. And it's just like hanging out, even though you're not talking back. I know you're talking back. I read your comments. Sex Appeal Exfoliant. You basically, in the shower, I do this in the shower, I hold my hand over my eyes, I spray a few sprays, and then I just kind of pat it in, spray a few sprays, pat it in, spray a few sprays, pat it in, spray here, pat it in, spray my neck, pat it in, and then I wait, I count to 10. And then I take my hands and I start making circles, and all the dead skin cells come off. And I rinse off in the shower. And my skin is silky smooth. I don't have dead skin patches all over me. And in fact, sometimes there's little pieces of white still attached where the skin didn't quite detach. And I pull that off later. So the Sonia Roselli Sex Appeal Exfoliant, I 100% recommend this. This is my favorite skincare item. And I am enjoying, of course, the snail mucin stuff. So I tried the gel form of that. I thought the gel would be better. It was actually less expensive. I thought, oh, the gel, I'll try that, you know. It didn't work, not even half as well. It didn't work. So don't get the gel, just the spray. The spray works. You gotta shake it up first and then spray and count to 10 and then do it, and it works so well. I think it has pear, some kind of pear extract or something else in it. The Roaring 20s. I found this at, this is Rude Cosmetics again, my friends at Rude. And they've never sent me anything, just so you know. I'm not an affiliate or anything with that. I just enjoy this brand so much. This eyeshadow palette is really interesting. It's called the Roaring 20s, and it has a lot of kind of bronzy, copperish kind of, this is great around autumn time, which is I think when I bought it. Oranges, browns, warm tones, really nice. This is very pretty, and it's got some surprise duochromes in there as well. They do duochromes and shimmers really well, and it's no harsh glitter kind of stuff in here. I think this is a terrific, and I think I got it for like $4.99 at TJ Maxx. So if you see it, this one is really quite good, and the quality of Rude eyeshadows is very good. Like I said, I, you know, 4 or 5 of these now. I think it's my 5th of the New York face palette, and it's just high quality eyeshadows can cover just about any situation and all of your face products that you would need. 2 different shades of blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. And you, if you want to go contoury, you can, you know, mix in one of the other eyeshadows with it or something, but I think that's just wonderful. I'm sure many of you remember the Michaela incident with the mascara. Michaela was paid to demonstrate the L'Oreal telescopic mascara. This was what, about a year, 2 years ago? And Michaela, I'm sorry, I can't stand watching her. I don't watch her. I did watch when I heard there was controversy about it. So basically, she took the mascara, and she had plain lashes on. She took the mascara, and she starts putting it on, and she's going, oh, this is great, you know, whatever. And then it fades out and fades back in for a second, and suddenly she's got this strip lash of fake lashes on. And she's still going like the mascara's doing it. And she's going, this is really amazing. You know, and it was obvious to most of us, especially those of us who are creators, that she had added false lashes to her eyes. And she was saying that the mascara was doing it. It wasn't that she added false lashes. So they call that mascara gate. And so because of that, I would not buy this mascara. I did not want to support false advertising, lying, and Michaela. So it's been enough time now that I wanted to try it for myself, because people have said that this is a great mascara. So I bought it probably 2 weeks ago. I figured this is enough time that I'm not supporting Michaela and I'm not supporting that whole mascara gate. It did make a really pretty lash. It made a nice full long lash. It looked really pretty. Did not look like false lashes, but it looked really pretty, and I was happy. But then I went through my work day, and when I came home, there were all these little dings underneath, and there was a bunch of dings on my hooded lid. This smeared. It failed on that respect. So yeah, it was a fail. And I'm kind of glad, because now I can say I tried it and it didn't work for me. But it did initially make a very pretty lash, and a lot of people claim it's really a nice mascara. Maybe for you it does work, and again, you know, these are just opinions of how it worked for me in my particular situation. I have extremely hooded eyes, and this just kept banging up against them, you know, laughing, crying, you know. I work in the funeral and cemetery industry, and you know, there are emotional times during the day. I get caught up in it sometimes, and this didn't hold up at all. So the L'Oreal telescopic mascara smears, makes a pretty lash, but it smears. So if you don't have a hooded lid, maybe it'll work for you. Didn't work for me. This is number 7, and you can find this mascara in Walgreens. This is a brand based out of, excuse me, goodness, the cough is still hanging on from that flu. Number 7 is, I believe, based out of England. I think Boots, which is the main, they're kind of like CVS over in England. Boots created this line, number 7, to be their house brand for makeup. And so they've been selling it over in this country for a while. I know you could buy it in Target for a while. They're selling it in Walgreens. I'm not sure if they're selling it in Ulta or not, but yeah, this was a nice, this is their tubing mascara, and it wasn't bad, but it gets crunchy. You know, it makes your lashes really dry. They curl up just a little bit, and they're a little dry. So if you wipe your eye or something, it feels kind of crunchy. And at night, I found this was a little bit difficult to remove. I didn't like the look of it after a couple of hours, but initially it made a really nice tubing mascara big lash, but it just, when it dried, it curled up just slightly, and it just, I don't know. I can't recommend this because it's too crunchy, just too crunchy. This one I had high hopes for. This is Wet n Wild So Defined Mascara. This made a beautiful big honkin' lash. I was so happy with it. But again, I go through my work day. At the end of the day, I look, there's flakes underneath my eyes, there's smears above it. And the other thing was, this is a very large applicator. Now it made really big lashes. I was so pleased. I wanted it to work, I really did. But unfortunately, it did smear at the end of the day. It did flake at the end of the day. So this did not work. Yeah. For the third time. I don't know why I do this. Again, you know, the definition of insanity. I had to try this again to see why everybody thinks it's the best mascara. I think it even says it's the #1 selling mascara in America or something. I don't know. But this is the CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara. And, you know, CoverGirl is cruelty-free now. So I thought, well, maybe they changed the formulation so that, you know, it's cruelty-free now. This didn't do very much at all. Hardly gave me very much volume or length or anything. Not much of a blast for me. I was disappointed, really disappointed. Now it didn't flake and it didn't leave dings on my upper lids, but it just didn't do anything, really. It was just a blah, mediocre lash mascara. I don't see what all the hype is about it being so terrific. The fact that it doesn't leave dings and it doesn't flake, that's really nice. That's a good thing. But it doesn't really do very much. It doesn't give me enough length, doesn't give me enough volume. So this didn't do anything for me. Again, once you go with Thrive, it's hard to go anywhere else because it's so good. This is the best mascara ever. And I know that e.l.f. has their copycat version of it, but I don't think it dries up quickly, that e.l.f. one. A lot of times e.l.f. has less product in their containers than the products they're duping. And they run out quickly or they dry out quickly. So you may notice that about that lash extensions. I do have it. I mean, it's not like I don't use these things. This is the e.l.f. lash extensions. I've done them side by side and they look very similar. And this is $8 and this is like $26. So everybody goes, oh, you know, you've got to buy this. But they're not exact. This is wonderful. This comes in a black or a black brown. Absolutely wonderful mascara. It's my favorite in the world. Yeah, it's okay, but this is the best. For lip products, I'm really enjoying the Cool Spice from MAC. This is a lip liner that is, it's perfect. it goes with pretty much every lip color, and it's creamy, it's long lasting, perfect color. It's wonderful. Really beautiful. That's the new color from MAC they released with their nudes collection of lipsticks, none of which I liked. But this lip liner is out of this world. For lipsticks, I'll start with my least favorite and work up to my most favorite. There's a lot of NARS lipsticks in TJ Maxx right now. I went into one TJ Maxx, there must have been 100 of them. Not just this one, but they had like the variants with the, they had American Woman, the tall sticks, they had glosses, and they had these lipsticks. I don't know if these were a special theme or what. This one, this is Casablanca. Casablanca. I thought this would be pretty for summer. It's a NARS lipstick in Casablanca. It's a very creamy formula. It's not a matte, but it's not a satin either. It's something in between. And it's the red packaging, so I don't know if this was a special series or not. I feel so ill-equipped to talk about NARS because I just don't really gravitate towards those products. But this was pretty, the Casablanca shade, and I got it at TJ Maxx. I think they were $8.99 or something like that. Really cheap, really cheap. So that was NARS. I have all these colors all over me. Oh, it's like when I go into a store, I'm covered in swatches usually by the time I get to the cash register. Now this is Morphe, and Morphe makes really nice lip gloss products. But one thing I find with their lip gloss products is that they're so pretty, but what they do is they start to dissolve the lipstick underneath, and you see all the little lines and indentations. You have to kind of keep smearing them out, but it goes almost like when concealer goes into your deep lines. You have to keep patting it out. Well, the same thing happens on your lips with this. This is the Drip Glass lip. This is a gloss from Morphe. This is the Drenched Lip Glass from Morphe in Wet Peach. I don't know if it has to have a dry down time because it's never made it that far. I've like had a cup of coffee or something and it completely imprinted on there. So, but it's awfully pretty. You know, if you're having a picture taken or something like that, this would be very pretty to put on. It makes any lipstick look really glorious. So the Morphe Drip Glass Drenched Lip Gloss, and that is Wet Peach. I was watching Manny MUA. I don't always agree with his makeup choices. I know he has a line, Lunar Beauty, and I happened to see it in JCPenney. I was looking at his stuff. It's kind of interesting. But he does makeup reviews all the time of everybody else's makeup. And he's very fair. I mean, he does drugstore and high-end. And he talked about this shade 800, which is called Fairest Nude, as in the fairest nude of them all, Fish Belly White Me. Shade 800, he said, this is the best shade of lipstick on everybody. It's a neutral light color. So I had to run out and get it. Again, the scent, just like a Milani thing, the scent of L'Oreal lipsticks is gross. And this is no exception. It is there. It's there with this particular line. There are some lines of lip products in L'Oreal that don't have a scent. I think the Power Nudes don't. And there was one other one that doesn't. But these luxurious lustrous lipsticks from L'Oreal do, and the scent is awful. I would have a lot more L'Oreal lipsticks if they didn't have that smell. Don't I sound like a bitch, huh? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. This is 800 Ferris Nude. Very pretty. It's a very neutral, light color. So the packaging is awfully pretty with these, and the color is a beautiful neutral lip shade, really. And I think this would look good on anyone who has medium to light skin color. As you get deeper skin tone, you probably would want to go to a slightly deeper tone than this, but I think it's really effective as a pretty your lips but way the heck better shade. This is 800, called Ferris Nude, from the L'Oreal company. Yeah, that smell. This one it's not as strong as the Milani one as far as the scent goes, so I can tolerate it, and I think it's a really pretty color. But the warm version in this same tonal range of shades light to dark, the warmer version, I think it's called Caramel Latte. That one has a little bit too much shimmer in it. It looks like frosted lipstick, and it's unfortunate because it should be a warmer tone version of this, and it isn't. It's got shimmer in it, and I made that mistake of purchasing that. So I do recommend this 800 shade, and thanks Manny, that was great idea. I don't know if I talked about this last month or not, but I did want to bring it up again. These are the fat oils from NYX, and this is really nice. Very pleasant. Let me just take off Manny's lipstick. I will forever think of that as Manny's lipstick now, I think. You pump it from the bottom, a couple of clicks. Isn't it weird watching people put lipstick on? Some of them get right up and their microphone is close, you can hear all these mouth noises. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm really becoming a bitch. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I hate that though. I can't stand it when you hear all the gurgling and mouth noises and clicking and everything else. That's why my microphone's in the camera. I don't have one attached to me. I think it's just too close. This is the fat oil from NYX. What a beautiful product this is. Is no filter required. And this is the fat oil from NYX. No filter required. It makes your lips look shiny, healthy. There's a bit of color. I would get other colors in this. I think it's a beautiful product. It feels good on the lips and it looks good and it lasts. So NYX did a good job with this fat oil. Except the name. We're up to my favorite lipstick. Here we go. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is called Peach Bud. What a beautiful, beautiful shade. Starting to lose my voice. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. It's that post-flu cough hanging on. This is Peach Bud. My prettiest lipstick right now. I think it's gorgeous. Let me pull this off and put this on. It's so pretty, and it's just enough color to make a special lip. It feels great. Her whole line is actually rather subtle. I mean, this Peach Bud shade is It's pleasantly peach, but you also have a little bit of satin glimmer there. It's moisturizing, it feels moisturizing. It's just a very pleasant lipstick, and it's not overpriced. I think these are $21, so they're not overpriced, and you can use your Ulta points towards them. The case is nice. Yeah, I would get another shade in this. I think this is wonderful. I really like it. Yeah, it feels really comfortable to wear it. And I don't know why I never thought of Anastasia Beverly Hills for lip products, because I know brow products are kind of her thing. And of course the eyeshadow palettes, you know, that was fun while it lasted. Yeah, the lip products are good too. Wow. Who knew? This would be my favorite color this month. Again, it's called Peach Bud, and I love it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything for this month, and you know, this probably is going to run an hour long, I don't know, but I do thank you for tuning in. If you are here, welcome back. If you haven't seen me in a while, I've been fine, but unfortunately my channel has not. My channel is still hacked. My original channel, Kathy A. Over 60, Beauty and Lifestyle, yeah, it's not owned by me. Those are my videos. They put emails on there that they took over my emails and created a few of their own using my name, and they are running my channel. They're getting my PR, my commission, everything. So I have just learned to accept it. Google has not been very helpful. YouTube has not been very helpful, and it's been hard for me to maintain a steady Gmail account that isn't hacked. And they have millions and millions of subscribers and people who upload every day. So unless you are somebody who has millions of subscribers, they don't really pay that much attention. I hope everybody had a wonderful February. I had a nice birthday. My friends and family were nice to me. Got some nice cards and a couple of little gifties here and there. So I enjoyed it. I forgot to stop at Sephora and Ulta to pick up my birthday gifts from them. Maybe I can do that now. I don't know if they let you do it the next month, but I didn't get any cards or emails or anything. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to get that done. In the meantime, I hope all of you are well and happy and hanging in there. It's turbulent times right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I won't go there, but take care, everybody. Play safe. Toodles.